Okay, so today we're going to be discussing with the admissions team, the director, Mr. Withers, and Mr. Page. And you're a recruiter, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Recruiter. Okay, some of the things that the admission team does. So my first question is, as a admission team, what are some of the main goals and duties that the admissions team carries out?
So one of the main goals is to promote the college to the public. We're in charge of the globally as well as the whole part of the United States. But each year, a goal that has to be made. So for an example, this year is 600 students, so we have to try to get close to that goal. But then first and foremost, what this admissions team does better than any other admissions team on the planet is that when they get here, we help service our student. It remains to be seen, and it is a fact that all of those students that we brought in last semester, where they still come to our admissions office. So we still provide the service. We still talk to the parents. So in a nutshell, that's what we do. Mr. Page does a wonderful job at that as well.
Okay. So I noticed as a student that St. Aug, they offer many different tours from different schools, high schools. What are the importance of the tours? What did that bring to SAU, the future students, and also the students that currently attend SAU?
So with the tours, it opens up a door where students can actually see the life of the campus of SAU, to interact and engage with real students who attend SAU here.
Okay. That is important as a student to kind of get that information, what it's like to actually be a college student. Especially for me, I'm a transfer student, so it's like going to a different campus, you have to learn new things. So about how many tours occur per day, or how many tours have you experienced within the past few months?
Oh, wow.
Probably, well, the week before last, we did about 7. Was it 7 that week?
Yeah, so about 2 tours a day.
2 tours a day. Last week, probably experienced about 5 a week. So you're looking at about 2 tours a day. And they range at different times, and they range from different places. So we had students coming in from California. We had students from Las Vegas. We had students from North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, Charlotte. So it just depends. They could come from anywhere.
Okay, well that's good to have a mixture of students, not just from here, but from everywhere to be able to come. Okay. So do you see an increase in enrollment from students from other places, or mostly in Raleigh, or how? Okay, so with the enrollment, have you seen increased enrollment from students from certain like regions, particular areas?
So we've seen increased enrollment in North Carolina, such as area as Charlotte. But then also we've seen increased enrollment in the students in the Bahamas, which I'll be going to next week. We've seen increased enrollment from students from California. So they're coming from all different places, and that's due to the work of the admissions team.
Okay, that's great to create a population of people, not only from North Carolina. What role does the student ambassadors play? I know that I see a lot of student ambassadors during tours.
So their role is to promote the college and to help out the admissions team. So in my opinion, in some ways you have to give it to the student ambassadors, because the student ambassadors are going to let the story be known better than I will. Because I graduated in the 90s. So Mr. Page, he's a current graduate. So they can tell the story right now better than I can, because the students, they don't want to hear what happened in the 1990s. They want to know what's happening in 2017 or 2016.
Right.
So that's the role that they play.
Okay. What ways can students be impacted by seeing the actual student ambassadors during the tours? Because I see a lot of students, when you go around to the Greek plots, or they're singing kind of the HBCU, I love my HBCU. A lot of students are enthusiastic about that. What encouragement would you give them as far as academics go when they actually get here as a student?
Well, as well as I do, that affordability and financial aid play a major key. So when the students get here, they need to keep their grades up as possible, and be active in whatever programs we have on campus.
And go to class.
And go to class.
Okay.
Because if not, we'll come to the dormitory and get you.
Okay. So, as far as majors go, have you seen a lot of undecided majors, mass comm majors, criminal justice?
Go ahead.
So we have seen a lot of criminal justice majors
Okay.
and psychology majors.
Okay. That's nice. Do you know why, are students talking about why they're interested? Are their parents, into criminal justice, anything of that sort?
Well, more so with the high schools now, they are teaching their children to go into those fields.
Okay.
With criminal justice specifically, is a field that will always be there, especially in the economy where we are today. It's highly needed.
That's very true.
For
So where you
African
can,
Americans to actually be in that field.
that's great. That's great. Especially gives you more accessibility and going straight into the workforce with those majors as well. What are the tools and some of the things that you're doing to per se advance the admission process, such as applications? I know there have been a lot of advancements in that. Everything is, getting handled a lot more quickly.
What I'm hoping to do, and what I'm attempting to do, and what we're attempting to do. So we have a company called 3A Technology that's come on our campus to help us out. So one of the goals, probably realistically for next year, is to go paperless.
Okay.
As far as the operations in the office, right now we're attempting to use texting. We have a requisition in place, but however, we just found out that CAMs can possibly do texting and communicate. But I think the university would never get away from paper applications. So unfortunately, we're always going to have to use paper applications. But then on the flip side, we have to develop our website, make it more user-friendly, so students and parents can apply via website, and hopefully they increase our volume.
Okay, that sounds great because, online, of course, is good, but I actually like paper applications myself, even though I'm in the young generation, because you actually physically have it, you can physically turn it in. So that's also great. So are there any upcoming events or announcements or anything from the admissions department, any upcoming activities?
Well, there are 2 trips that I'm excited about. Mr. Page hopefully will be going to Orlando, Florida at the end of this week.
Okay.
And then we just met a contact out in Las Vegas, Nevada. Miss Singleton will be doing that. I'll be in the Bahamas. Me and Dr. Falcon have to travel to the Bahamas next week. We have the independent counselor session. We're going to have, I think it's about 50, between 20 to 50 guidance counselors coming in on campus in July. We're trying to put together a local college counselors session here in May. So those are some of the things that we are excited about. We just had a successful open house. So last year the open house was excellent, and this year was good, so we kind of brought it back. So we're taking steps to put St. Aug back on the map, if you will.
Okay, so it was nice interviewing you all, and I appreciate all the insight you gave me on what the admissions team does and some of the new updates and upcoming events. So thank you all.
Appreciate it.